Hi, I'm Mrparka.
The Average Joe.
Live from Cinema Wasteland. Not really live, but we're at Cinema Wasteland. This review will be a little off earlier. It's for our Average Joe Mrparka review next week, but we're doing it here because we thought it'd be cool to do one actually at Cinema Wasteland.
At the convention, why not?
We watched the short Astro, and Cage brought it for us to watch. He worked on the film and the lighting, and it was a 23-minute short. And the plot is kind of a strange movie here. I would say that it's about a paranoid schizophrenic who is going between real life and having confused, blurred lines of reality with really good soundtrack and good shots and really good tricks. They use a lot of good camera tricks and stuff like that to make things seem surreal, and that's all I'm going to leave it at that point for now. Yeah,
I think it was a nice little I'm really into psychological thrillers, and I thought that was a nice, fun little psychological journey into some guy's day in life. I'm assuming it's like a day in life of this guy, because it seemed like it was all at night. Like, there wasn't much day until towards the end, but like, it was real kind of fun to just watch this guy just go through his day and just see how his reality was. And like the camera tricks were good, and there's not much in plot. I mean, if you're looking to watch a short for a plot, there's no real plot. It's just kind of just a journey. You just kind of got to take it for what it is, just the journey. Yeah. Which was kind of nice. Yeah.
But the thing is, though, you can obviously dwell into his past. He was an astronaut. You know, he wanted to be an astronaut his entire life, and his parents doubted him. You kind of get that, and he's obviously social introvert and things like that. But I really liked my favorite trick. Dylan said he liked how they did the door shot around the window shot, but they did that later with a door, and the door came down like that. It's like kind of like where you go on one side of the end, you're on the other side, but when they did that, instead the door just fell down, he's somewhere else.
Nice smooth editing transition. It was great. I liked it.
My personal favorite scene, though, was the bottle scene, when he tossed the bottle up, because that symbolized the medication that he was taking that changes his perspective of who he is and where he is. He's, boom, on this, and then with the medication and things like that, it was showing like two different sides to him and what the medication changes him in, and it's a really great way to do that, and I thought that was probably the most successful scene in the movie.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of bad to say about this. This is right up my alley on psychological things. I love psychological stuff. One of my favorite movies of all time was for psychological thrillers is probably Session 9. So anybody that's seen that movie will understand where I like to go.
Session 9, you know, it's kind of like that. If you like Session 9,
that's what I kind of thought of a little bit. Not quite to that extreme, but like I had a little feel.
He loves Lynch.
David Lynch?
Yeah.
It was definitely surreal, but you know what? It was more understandable. A lot of, like, so when you watch like Eraserhead, you're just like, all right, I'm not even gonna begin to pretend when I know what the hell that meant. But this one, you can like see it. You know, you can see the psychological sides of him and why he does the things he does, and seemingly what it's like.
Well, not really why, but you just kind of see him doing it. It doesn't really need to make sense.
You can see somebody like that. He's a realistic character, and it was you know, just kind of unique to see what might go inside someone's head like this. What might go on.
I'll say if you're looking to watch this for any kind of storyline, plot, or agenda, you're going to be disappointed because there's none of that's really there. But if you want to just go on a nice little journey, that was pretty cool. That was a cool little journey.
I
liked it.
I couldn't see anything wrong with it. I was not bored throughout.
I appreciated
it. The short time span seemed to go by even shorter. And
I think one of my favorite, I don't think I'm really ruining anything for a 23-minute short, but like the one scene to where, you know, there was a moment where he had a bar scene where he had an altercation with another guy at the bar, and then there was an emotional breakdown and that there's no need to live anymore. And I thought the psychology, that was great. Like, that moment, just you've seen the impact it had on him and how it's just, suddenly there was just giving up.
You realized how meaningless his life was.
Yeah, I realized how meaningless his life was over just one little situation. Shows how impacting his psychology is on himself and his entire life. Like, it's good. I like the psychology of it.
I thought it was a really good movie for what it was. I mean, for what it was. I don't even want to say for what it was, because what it was a really cool idea in the first place. So, I really dug it. I think it was a good movie, and I like kind of weird stuff like that. And it's not a horror movie or anything, but, you know, it's very unique and different, and it's something that you kind of are interested in seeing if you like to see weird, different things, and not just your typical bullcrap stories all the time.
I don't think that I could rate this. Like, this isn't something that I could rate. This is just something you kind of just got to take.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of creepy, surreal, like weird stuff and like that, and you know,
but then again, I enjoyed it. To rate it as a movie because it's a short, and we haven't really reviewed shorts before. No. This is the first short we've done that we've actually done a review on. So it was a neat short.
A short should have a cool idea, and be executed, show a lot of different things there, and not bore you. And
like if this was something that at some point in time turned into a full-length movie, I would like to see how that went.
I
would like to see his journey.
I prefer shorts in that kind of nature, that the surreal, crazy stuff like that. I prefer them in shorts.
I would like to see more of this guy interacting with other people. Like, I would like to see how this guy, you know, like the more of the balance between like real life around him and then his life real, and it's there. And then other people seeing how his real life impacts them. Like, I think that would be fun to watch if it was a movie. Like, it would be a neat concept.
They played a lot of tricks of seeing like everyday items, kind of making them space-like to him, and that was kind of cool. And you know, like seeing the light and things like that. But yeah, I'd recommend checking it out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. 23 minutes, you can't go wrong.
Well, there's a link for a pre-sale below.